So I know I'm super late with this topic, but I kind of wanted to come on here and at least talk about it really quickly before the year is over. So as many of you know by now, Shiny's Jonghyun committed suicide last week, and many Shaywalls are in shock and disbelief, including myself. And it's so crazy because Shiny's my bias group. Like I know my name on here is Fantastic Baby and everything, but I like Big Bang and all, but Shiny was my world. Like to me, they stayed true to what Korean pop music is supposed to sound like. They had their own style, their music slapped. Like to think that this could even happen to them is just really it's really unimaginable. And I have cried a lot about this, but for some reason it really can't hit me all the way. Like, I'll have times where it'll hit me and I'll just break down, but other times where I look at the Wikipedia page and like I see there's a death date and I really just can't comprehend it. Like, I don't know. And I feel really silly and selfish in some ways for crying over here when I know that the boys and his mother and his sister have it way worse than I do because they come in contact with him almost every day. They've spoken to him, they had jokes with him, worked with him, raised him, etc. And I just liked his music and everything. But then again, I feel like I'm justified to feel this emotion because Shiny's helped me fight my battles in life too, you know? I feel like I've grown up with this group. I mean, I got into K-pop in 2012, but I kind of consider myself a 2011 fan because when I got into K-pop, there were no 2012 comebacks. So all I had to listen to were 2011 songs and back. So Shiny got me with Lucifer, and then Sherlock came out, and I was just in and all around a Shiny fan since then. I listened to Shiny when I did almost everything. Like when I traveled to Paris on my own in 10th grade, and I listened to Shiny. When I was studying for the ACT, I listened to Shiny. I lost both my grandmothers in the same year and my aunt 2 years later, and during both of those times, Shiny made the pain a little bearable. And when I graduated high school, me and my sister were blasting Shiny songs from our car. Like we were that into them. Um, I went to Shiny in Chicago. I even had post concert depression because I just loved them that much. And just waking up and seeing like the rest in peace Jonghyun all over Tumblr, like I thought it was a joke. And my sister, she's also Shiny biased, and Jonghyun is her ultimate bias. So I really can't imagine what Blinkers must be feeling right now. This must be really painful for y'all. And all of this hurts. It really hurts. And it sucks that fangirls don't even really get a chance to mourn because all we are we're just fangirls. And am I pissed that the world didn't stop for Jonghyun? Yes. Do I have to go continue living life? Yes. Do I want to? Hell no. Life is so different now, you know. Losing him feels like losing a distant friend and it eats at you. And I saw somewhere on Instagram, someone said, Shiny was my only escape from reality. Now where will I go? And I feel that 100%. Like, Shiny is my world. And, you know, I was even planning on turning this channel into a Shiny bias channel and having like those fun dating door games and Shiny Crack, etc. Because I really only see those with like groups like GOT7 and BTS and EXO. And I'm like, you know, where are the older groups? Like, where's theirs? And it's gonna be really hard to make it now, even if I continue. And I don't know. I just it really hurts. It hurts to know that Jonghyun felt that kind of pain, that unbearable pain because of his depression, and he only saw death as a way out. And I'm pissed at his psychiatrist for telling him that it was basically all in his head. And my heart aches for the members, especially Onu, because not only does Onu have depression himself, but he's being so strong for everyone's sake. Like, I saw the video of them carrying the casket, and I saw Onu comforting Ki and Jonghyun's mother, and he's being so strong despite losing someone he told himself he needed to protect. And his Instagram message, it was so beautiful. I was so touched by it. Like, he always knows what to say. That's why I love him. He's my ultimate bias. And I pray to God that someone is keeping a close eye on him along with the other members who are probably having like depression like symptoms too. And Okay, one last thing I wanted to say about Jonghyun is that he really did care for everyone around him. Like, just take a look at how he did everything. He waited until all the members were done. Like Taemin, he waited until Taemin was done with promotions. Like he wrote a song about how to deal with the loss of someone. And there were so many ways he could have killed himself, but he chose the least graphic way, and he held on for so long for us. Like, I think he even stated himself that he was no longer living for himself, but for us, and I feel so sorry that it was just too painful for him to continue. I'm starting to get teary eyed. I thought I was cried out, but I'm not. But, anyways, before this video gets too long, I just wanted to have this message for my fellow Shaywalls. It's okay to cry. Don't feel bad or ashamed by it. Um, if you're upset by his death, he clearly touched you in some way, so don't let anyone belittle you for it either, regardless of whether or not you knew him personally. Bottom line is, he was a human being that lost his life to something completely preventable had he gotten the support he needed. I'll link my Tumblr below with some other Tumblrs that are open for support for grieving Shaywalls, and we will get through this together. We'll get through this together, guys. And whatever the boys decided, whatever they decide to do, whether it be continuous four or break up or have an indefinite hiatus or etc., we must be there to support them 100%. Shinee is always 5. I love you guys. Thanks.